Good evening, folks. My name is Mike Eisberg. I would like to present to you uh, the impact of environment on substance use in children. Uh, Before we get started on this, I have something I'd like to give to each one of my cohort members. Uh, and maybe you can see it there. I got Cece, Robbie, Travis, Steph, and yes, April. Before we get started with those, I will explain why those are going to be part of the handout. And if you would click the next link, that'll take you to the next slide. Thank you. During my literature review, substance use in the environment of children have a proven history and lack of development skills and abilities as they become an adult. Their ability to learn and mature into responsible adults become a harsh reality for them once they reach that point. Researchers have found adolescents with substance use problems tend to have higher rates of social and environmental problems, including legal, family, and school problems. It could grow into adulthood and be mentally challenging for them. The evidence also provides insight for behavior of having more mental challenges and increased risk for becoming addicted to the substances or developing mental illness in the process. The environmental influence is a big contributing factor for children and adolescents. It can persuade others of believing something that is actually immoral, especially in the young development age, as they progress in their life growing up. Few studies have factored the mental state of a child growing in an environment where there is substance use there. Go ahead and click to the next slide as I will present the next. The research question I'd like to try to answer, are children raised in an environment with substance use more likely to have mental illness early in adulthood? There's a lot of evidence that points towards this is true and a fact, but it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of hardcore data analysis to figure these out. The type of study I would like to propose is a longitudinal quantitative study with a series of questions for the people to answer. It would need to attain 200 children randomly selected. 100 of them would have to live in a home where substance is used, and 100 of them where substance is not used. This would help give the longitudinal study one group to be able to compare with the other group as to which, at the end, has any type of mental illness. The length of the study would take approximately 10 to 15 years to attain data to be able to analyze. There are several limitations to this type of study, and one of them being a major, the length that it would take to complete the study. On top of that, as they become adults, it would be hard for them or for the researchers to be able to attain that information from them, whether or not they have a mental illness or not. Another factor playing in this would be if they're being truthful in the results that they give. The importance of the study is to help understand the negative impacts that substance use can have in the child's environment, and how it can make them possibly mentally unstable or become responsible adults later in adulthood. In addition to my conclusion, we all know the substances of alcohol and tobacco and drugs and the use of them in the home and the environment in which children live in do typically impact them. There's one that goes unnoticed, mainly because it's legal. We eat it. It's in just about everything that we consume. And that is those, just like those candy hearts I gave you. Yes, these are addicting, especially to children, and we are guilty of it. All of us are guilty of this substance for children, allowing them to get addicted to it. So there's some things that we have to learn to discipline them in. So these are something that, we have to learn to limit ourselves even. Otherwise it gets out of hand. And yes, it does affect us mentally, just like any other substance. And it is an addictive behavior. Thank you very much for watching this presentation. I hope you got a little bit of something out of it. And blessings to you. Bye.